Now, new reports suggest that the U.S. has agreed to unfreeze Iranian assets, and this was, in fact, one of the key demands in Iran's 10-point plan before the talks began. The U.S. has yet to confirm that it will unfreeze the assets. However, similar reports had emerged earlier on Saturday, and the White House had even pushed back against the claims. Frozen Iranian assets are held in Qatar and foreign banks. It was earlier on Saturday that a senior Iranian source had told the Reuters news agency that Washington had agreed to release frozen funds. Reuters says that the source had described the move as directly linked to ensuring safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz, and that Tehran views the unfreezing of assets as a test of American goodwill and a sign of seriousness towards securing a durable peace deal. Washington's denial comes as high-stakes talks between United States and Iran took place in Islamabad and are set to resume later today. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is leading the American delegation, and that includes Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner too. On the other hand, the Iranian side includes its Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and Parliamentary Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf. Tehran has been seeking the release of its frozen assets for years and wants access to the billions of dollars in overseas assets which have been blocked by U.S. sanctions. These funds are largely tied to oil and gas revenues and held in foreign banks. According to reports, the U.S. is estimated to hold up to $38 billion to $52 billion of Iranian assets. UK is holding up to $6 billion of Iranian assets. In fact, about $18 billion worth of Iranian assets remain blocked in the European Union. These assets also remain blocked in Japan and Qatar, among other countries. Estimates suggest that Iran's foreign assets could exceed $100 billion across the globe. Efforts by Tehran to access those funds, even for humanitarian goods, have largely remained stalled under the current sanctions regime. An exception came in 2023 when $6 billion in Iranian oil revenues were transferred from South Korea to restricted accounts in Qatar under a U.S. sanctions waiver. However, those funds were later refrozen following tensions linked to the October 7 Hamas attack on Israel. With talks to end the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran are underway in Islamabad, the question that lingers is whether financial concessions will play any role in easing tensions or whether positions on both the sides remain too far apart.